Dick Helm was at one of our practices. Wade, you remember when Dick came there practice, and Rick was there, and he did a really good job. I think it's important for coaches to hear. But Dick Helm is he was an NBA assistant for like almost 20 years. He worked for Lenny Wilkins with the Hawks and I think the Supersonics, a couple different teams. But, you know, one of those guys, you just see him and you can tell just a great basketball mind. And you watch practice and, hey, Dick, what do you think about practice? What do you think about the offense? And he said, I like it. I like it a lot. Why do you like it? And he said, well, you got really good spacing, you got really good ball movement, and you got really good player movement, and that's how you judge an offense. You know, are your players moving? Is the ball moving? Do you have spacing? He said most offenses that are effective can have two of those things. You know, most offenses have one of those things. Dribble drive, an example, I think it has good spacing. I think the spacing is really, really good in the dribble drive. Do I think the player movement's good? No, I think it's horrible. Do I think the ball movement's good? At times, you know. So you might have 1.5 when it's operating well. But in read and react, you have good spacing, good ball movement, good player movement. And I think I categorize them for me when I'm coaching my team on 3 different things. Like, for instance, if we're running zone, okay, the most important thing to me is spacing. All right, I really want good spacing. And then second, after that, I would want good ball movement. And then third, I would want good player movement. So the emphasis is not on the players cutting hard and fast. I still want player movement, but it's just not as much. Now, when we're 5 out, I categorize them different. I want really good ball movement, number 1. I want really good player movement, number 2. And then spacing is the third most important to me in our 5 out. So your question about the 4 out, 4 high, 4 low, 5 out, you need to be conscious of what you want from your team out of that. I mean, we have different players that have different strengths. Daryl, one of our bigger post players, I don't know where Daryl's at, but Daryl right there, his strength is around the goal, and we want him around the goal. So Daryl knows when we go in there, we want 4 low, and then we have some, when we go with the smaller post player, we're emphasizing speed. We want 5 out. We want passing cut. We want the perimeter, that's the thing about it. I mean, when we get into this tomorrow about, changing from 3 out, 4 out, 5 out, all the different formations that you can use and ways you can massage or manipulate the offense, that you're going to see a ton of different great ideas in the 4, the 5, the 3 that'll fit your team. And I think that's really important that you find a way to fit your team with this offense. And we're able to fit personnel. I mean, I've got a team 5 out. We want a team 4 out. I want to look to penetrate and drop off this guy or feed the post. We go 3 out. We're going to do some advanced post guy. Just everything has a reason for it. And then there's some guys that have been doing this for 2 or 3 years, and I just tell them to play. And you'll see them in 3 out, 4 out, 5 out. Some are allowed to post, some don't. We do role identification. And so whatever fits your team best. And sometimes it's simpler just to say, let's stay in 5 out or let's stay in 4 out. But we got some players where I can tell them that they're allowed to post, they're allowed to do a lot of different things, and it'll change from 3 to 4 to 5, and I trust them to be able to do that. But just make sure that if you're changing formations a lot, that you and also your players know what you're really trying to get out of that by changing that formation.